Now, wait a minute. Did you peep episode 8 of The Real Housewives of Rhode Island? Because my plugged in friends, we need to talk. I'm the plug and the decoder, and y'all know I got the juice. Now, let me catch you up so we can unpack this whole messy episode. This is Side Eye and Sip, where we take a look, we pause. Oh, baby, we're going to read between the lines, and then we're going to unpack all of the messiness. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Nikki Noir, because Joellen and friends have clocked the fork in and they did not come to play. And whew, this episode, everybody was projecting, crashing out, reopening childhood trauma, or lying. What's up, Brian?
Let me set the scene, yeah. We don't just watch, we clock the behavior scene.
A quick disclaimer. This is Side Eye commentary, and it's for entertainment purposes only. All opinions and observations expressed are mine, and they are based on publicly available content and alleged events. I do not personally know any of the individuals discussed. I'm simply observing and giving the situation the side eye it rightly deserves. Please do not use my content to attack or harass anyone. And remember, don't come for me unless I send for you. Let's start with our good sis, Kelsey. Now, hold on. Kelsey moved into her new apartment and her mom and sister came over to check it out. And immediately the shade fest started. Because they basically said, this ain't no 16,000 square foot mansion. It's basically the same size as her old closet. And honestly, this whole scene felt like rich girl experiences her first taste of reality. She's put on her big girl panties, or has she? Because Kelsey starts talking about how hard this transition has been without a live-in chef, a driver, someone doing her laundry, and a pool boy. And I'm sitting here like, girl, who gonna get the seeds out of your damn lemons? Because we know that you don't pick them out. Then her sister asks, so how much is the rent? And Kelsey goes, I don't know. I'm not paying for it. My ex is. Ma'am, so how you living single when your ex is still paying your bills? Because apparently this guy is still paying not only the rent, but her health insurance and her car insurance. And you could tell her mom was low-key shook. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Like, hold on. This man is still taking care of you financially. He just downsized your accommodations. And Kelsey talking about just because I wasn't married doesn't mean I'm not entitled to support. I mean, I did spend 10 years of my life with him. Girl, then here comes her new bae Bill. He walks in with his Tim the Toolman Taylor tool belt. So he's showing he's giving handyman husband. And did y'all see how shady production was? They fonted that man up as Kelsey's only boyfriend. Only. Oh, they low-key hate her. And I'm sorry, Kelsey and Bill just ain't passing the vibe check for me. The chemistry definitely ain't chemistrying, if you know what I mean. And Bill talking about buying her a Bentley because he's tired of the ex paying for everything. So, sir, if you're tired, how about you pay them bills? Can you pay them bills, them telephone bills? Because it's giving you our Plan Z. And honestly, it's funny. Every time I see Bill, I'm always thinking about the Drake song. I'm more than just an option. Hey, hey, hey. Bill, you are definitely option Z. Kelsey, you do not make her moist, if you know what I mean. It's like when Kelsey looks at him, it's like, I think she sees childhood friend. I don't think she sees this is my zaddy. This is about to be my baby daddy. I'm about to spend the rest of my life with this man. He makes me wanna, if you know what I mean. Every time she looks at him, it's just like, I'm getting friend vibes. I'm getting best friend vibes. I'm getting, because my mama likes him, I guess I'm going to entertain him vibes. It's not giving, "Oh, this is my man, my man, my man." It's not giving that. But Kelsey, go ahead and do your 1-2. And Bill, if you like it, then we love it. If you want to be used, and if you want to be Kelsey's emotional support animal and the Labrador Retriever boyfriend, by all means do it. So this is where we transition into how Kelsey really feels about Rosie. I think her whole issue with Rosie is, like Rich said, it's projection, because Rosie has the husband, the house, the security, the family life, a man who loves her, and Kelsey is still cosplaying independence while somebody else is paying the bills. Now let's get into this whole haircut from hell that didn't happen, because Kelsey pulls up to Rosie's house with a whole bullhorn. "This is the house police." Now Rosie already told you that. House police. What? This is the house police. Her neighborhood has a no siren situation. That means you cannot come up into her neighborhood being ghetto. Hello? "This is the house police, police, police. This is the house police." Ma'am, you live in an apartment your ex is paying for. Rosie, though, was low-key ready for her because she had them blueprints sitting right on the counter waiting for her. Rosie was ready and Rosie was with the shits. And the whole time, Kelsey, your energy was off. Very passive aggressive. Did y'all catch how she was talking to her bae on the phone? She was giving, "I'm joking, but I'm really low-key hating." Then, so you could tell Kelsey's energy was already low-key off. It was giving irritated. It was giving, "I'm so jealous, but I'm gonna go over here and cut this girl's hair so she can help me run my Instagram supporters up." So she's on the phone with her only bae, Bill, and she's talking about how they have buried the hatchet and how she's gonna go in and cut Rosie's hair. First question to myself, Rosie, why would you allow somebody who hates your guts to get a hold of some shears to bring to your beautiful head of brown hair? Why in the hell would you think that that would be a good idea? Maybe I would allow Kelsey to wash my hair, but cut my hair, oh baby, you was good for that. So while Kelsey is driving over to Rosie's place, Rosie is on the phone talking to Rich, saying that Kelsey is on the way to cut her hair. Now, as they are talking, again, "This is the house police." So yeah, Kelsey pulls into the driveway with this mega horn from hell talking about "this is the house police." And Rosie comes out stunned, like, what the hell? Like, why are you pulling up into my neighborhood being loud, being trashy, being ghetto? So Rosie comes outside like, what's going on? And Kelsey's like, "Oh yeah, hey, yeah, I'm just, this is just a joke. I'm just being funny, ha 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 ha." And Rosie is like, "You're weird. This is weird. Why are you coming into my neighborhood like this? And we have a no siren type of ordinance happening and you're just being weird." So they started going back and forth. So Kelsey goes up the stairs into Rosie's home and immediately she is confronted with the blueprints to the house on the table. So Kelsey's like, "Oh, I see what you got here." So Rosie's like, "Yeah, let's get into it since you guys are talking about I'm lying about the square footage of my home." So Kelsey's like, "Oh girl, can't you just take a joke?" And something inside of Rosie snaps, and I was with the shits. Rosie just goes off. Basically, it's like, "Yo, I am tired of y'all using me as your little punching bag, as y'all thinking that I'm this little, this little girl that y'all can play with, that y'all can talk about. I'm very much a grown woman. I have a home. I have a husband. Kelsey, what do you have?" She basically called her a sucker. And she said, "That's why you didn't win that pageant. You a fake pageant queen." So they are going back and forth. And when I tell you, Rosie was reading Kelsey for filth, and Kelsey,
"Y'all want to see a dead body?"
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh, shit! Oh, he did! Oh, shit! Oh shit!
Kelsey really did not have any type of comeback. She just stood. She was verklempt. Her flabber was gasted. She tried to hit her with the 1-2, but it's like, Kelsey, you came in passive aggressive, and she kept pushing the narrative like, Rosie, I was coming in peace. I was just playing. First of all, we are not friends. We are working towards a friendship. You've always come at me nasty and just trying to get one over on me, and you're trying to bully me, but not today. And you're in my space and in my face and in my place, and baby, the fingers was flying. It was going back and forth and back. And Rosie basically picked up Kelsey's bag and damn near threw it down the stairs. She said, "Get the F out of my house. We are not friends. Don't ever come back here." And she basically like tossed Kelsey out of her home by the elbow. I was here for it. And Kelsey just stood outside looking shook and shocked and just verklempt and just dumbfounded. Like, what the hell just happened here? I mean, the scene, Rosie was eating. Rosie, you low key are one of my favorite girls. You are Joellen Jr. So I see you standing toe to toe. If you can stand toe to toe with Kelsey, then baby, these other women ain't got another thing coming. So production had to intervene. These girls, they had to intervene because Rosie had basically turned into Floyd Mayweather. She was not playing. So Kelsey was standing outside looking dumb as hell, trying to figure out how she was going to just come back. And did y'all see she came back into Rosie's house and was like,
"Rosie, by the way, I won the pageant fair and square. So no, I don't suck dick for a living."
I was like, "Rosie, I did win. I did win a pageant." And Rosie called this girl just a sucker, just everything that you could imagine. It was just like weeks of just anger and frustration just built up inside of Rosie, and she was like a dam, and she exploded all over Kelsey, and there was nothing Kelsey could do. Rosie was over her banister yelling, "Get the F out of here, da 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 da," before I called the police. And baby, I am here for it. Do I see them burying the hatchet anytime soon? Hell no. And I'm here for it because Kelsey, you have to understand, you cannot come for me unless I send for you. So you basically got a dose of Rosie, and you better tell the other ladies that Rosie is missing a lot of sandwiches out of her picnic basket, and she is not one to be played with. When I say this scene was, it was chef's kiss. I'm here for it. Rosie, you and Joellen right now so far are my two favorites. You guys will never, ever, 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 ever make me hate Rosie. I love to see an underdog get back and bite. I love to see it because you can only take so much from a person. And Rosie basically just told your ass, don't come for me unless I send for you. Do not play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. So Kelsey I hope you have learned your lesson, and I hope that you leave Rosie the hell alone. Don't try her ever again. Play with your mama and them. Play with your mama and your sister in that apartment with your Bob the Builder boyfriend. Play with them. Don't play with Rosie. Don't play with it. Don't play with it because you are not ready. You're not ready. Now we're switching gears. We're moving on to Joellen's scene with her mother outside of her grandfather's house as they were sitting on the stoop. And when I say this was heavy, this was heavy. Bravo. With RHORI, you guys are not playing. You are giving we the people a glimpse into these housewives' real lives. And we have to commend these ladies, first of all, for being as transparent as they are. They are not playing. And all you other housewives better take note. I'm not sure that these ladies are giving what they're supposed to give because this is their first season and we're getting an introduction into their lives. But when I say they are not playing, they are giving us reality. The scene was super heavy. We know that Joellen has lost her grandfather, the only adult in her life that has shown her love, the love that her mother and grandmother did, the love that she did not receive from her mother or her grandmother. As they're going through the house, Joellen, her mom, and Jen are in the bedroom that Joellen and Jen shared growing up as kids. And so Joellen was saying, remember how when you got the new place, you took Jen with you, but you made me live with grandma and grandpa for a couple of weeks while you and Jen settled into the new house. And so basically Joellen's mom, it seemed to me that she had a bout of amnesia. She did not want to remember the trauma that she put the girls in while they were growing up. So Joellen revealed, hey, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, you sent me away. Why? I needed you. This was a pivotal moment in my life. I was going through a lot and you sent me away. You did not give me the love that I needed. And I'm a bitch today because of you. You never showed me how to regulate my emotions. You never showed me how to be a level-headed adult. You did not show me anything. So we learned that the reason Joellen's mother is not maternal is because her mother was not maternal. And her mother shared a story that I remember growing up as a child, and I bumped my head on something and I cut my eyebrow. It was bleeding. And the first thing my mother said to me was like, oh my God, my floors, my floors. Her mother did not give her the love. So Joellen's mother does not know how to love and was never maternal. So it's kind of hard if you are not a maternal figure to, one, have kids, and two, be maternal. So Jen basically sat there saying nothing. And as she watched her sister and mother navigate the conversation, she did tell her mother, well, Mom, we love you. We love you. And so Joellen's always said, well, Jen has always been your favorite. And so, you know, they came to an impasse where Joellen is like, so Jen asked her finally, do you think you can forgive Mom? And Joellen is like, forgive is a strong word, but what we can do is work on spending more time together and learning how to love one another. So this scene just gave us more insight into who Joellen is, and y'all could never make me hate Joellen. I think she's that girl. She is who she says she is. She is who we think that she is. But the gag is, in this entire scene, as heavy as it was, did y'all peep as Moms was going through the photo album? Did y'all peep the picture of a young Joellen and Bill Clinton? Baby, I said this show is getting better and better and better. Just when you think an episode is going to be meh, it's going to give you a meh, this episode, I was salivating. I'm like, I need more. It's hood, it's ghetto, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now, as we leave Joellen, Jen, and Nancy on the stoop, let's get into Rue and Brian having this dinner party where they invite Alicia and Bill over. Now, mind you, the whole point of this dinner is for Alicia to confront Brian about the video of Brian being caught on camera kissing, canoodling, fondling, grabbing ass, sucking face with his mistress. Of course, Alicia, like Joellen, I want to ask you this. Why would you think that Alicia would be the one? Alicia is so meek and mild until you cross her. Alicia really likes Rue so there is no way she could walk into her friend's badass mansion and eat this wonderful meal of beef tenderloin and all the pasta as they are drinking. There's no way that this woman could sit at this foot doctor's table and confront him. Now, mind you, and you guys already know that Brian is a little squirrely, like weaselly type dude. So before Alicia and Bill arrive, Brian has had one too many shots, and that has loosened his tongue, and that is just causing him to talk about all of the things. So Bill and Alicia arrive, and you know, the air kisses, the fake and phony, oh, how are you? Da, 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 da. Everybody sits at the table, and Rula's like, oh, we have this amazing spread. We're going to eat. We're going to have a good time. And so Alicia and Bill are sitting, and they look so nervous because Bill knows why they're there. Alicia knows that she has a mission, but you know, she is no Tom Cruise, and we know that this mission is not going to be accomplished. So as they're sitting and talking, Brian just goes, they ask about Bill and Alicia's restaurant, Pizza Mama. So Rue La La goes, how's business going? How's Pizza Mama? And they're like, oh, Pizza Mama, things are going great there. Brian goes, you know, I really like this pizza, and I can tell that you guys use a real sauce, because basically I can eat it, I can digest it, and it doesn't give me like indigestion or anything like that. So and we're looking at this man like, what the hell are you talking about? So he's just chatty Cathy. Then they get on the topic of gaining weight and what they need to do to lose weight. And I'm looking at all these people at this table, and I'm thinking about weight. Where's the weight? Where's the weight? We see no weight. We've seen Alicia and Rue La La sizes. Even looking at their men, nobody at this table is overweight. So Alicia's basically like, I want to get some work done. And so she asked Rula, have you had work done? And Rula's like, basically, hell yeah, with her husband being a podiatrist. So Brian was explaining that in the back of the practice is where, his expertise lies. But in the front of the building, they do plastic surgery and things like that. So Brian tells the group that he has indulged in Ozempic. He microdoses it, and he gets a little 1-2 with the Botox. He has tried all of it. He's like, hey, I'm a doctor. I'm selling these services. I'm going to try it out. So as they're sitting at the table talking about nothing, when I say mindless chatter, mindless, nervous banter, Brian is getting some text messages. So he's like, oh, he looks at Rula, would you mind if I excuse myself and run to the restroom? So she's like, yeah. So Alicia and Bill are looking like, okay, we know why you're going to the bathroom, taking a call. So he runs off to the bathroom, and then a couple seconds later pass, and he comes back to the table. Oh, it was something about work. Which work? The work. Was it work or was it the work? We know, Brian, that the messages were from your mistress. You do not have to lie. We know the messages are from your mistress. You do not have to lie to kick it. We already know who it was, what it is. We know. So Brian basically said something that caught my attention as he was talking about, the pizza and the sauce being real. He said something about like, yeah, because, when I come home at midnight. And I'm like, so he let that slip, and you can see Rula's face, and she's kind of like, oh shit, why would you say something like that? So I'm thinking midnight, and I'm thinking like, what foot surgeries, sir, are happening at midnight when you get home from work? Now, Rula says Brian's at home all the time when he's not in surgery, and she keeps a tracker on his car, right? So what surgeries? Why are you coming home at midnight? You doing foot surgeries in the middle of the night? Or what kind of surgeries are you handling, sir? What kind of surgeries are you indulging in the wee hours of the midnight? But I digress. But Brian was so... When I say hit dogs holler, Brian was doing a lot of hollering at this table, just overcompensating, talking about how he and Rue La La met at a bar. And so Alicia's like, well, how many years were you guys together before you got married? And so they said 3, and they met at this bar, Jackie's or something. And I guess for Brian, he was basically trying to say it was love at first sight. And I was buying her drinks, and I'm just like, sir, please stop. You are giving, when we were first introduced to you, you were giving, I don't like my wife. And now it's kind of like you're trying to overcompensate to make us think that you like your wife, and it's just giving like fake and phony. And I was just like over it, and I'm just like, Alicia, mission was not accomplished, but y'all ate good and y'all drank good. The math was not mathing. Alicia looked like she was fighting for her life, trying to expose that man, but we know Alicia is not about that life. So let's move on to Ashley, who honestly just wants to be accepted by the cool girls. So she basically was having a conversation with her mom and sister and talking about how Jared has clocked out of like this influencer situation, and she wants him to clock in because that's where the money is. She's just,
we going, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
She's just saying that Jared has not found his niche yet, and she hopes that he finds it soon, because what she's doing is a lot more lucrative than what he's doing at Audrey's. I really feel with Ashley and Jared that Audrey's is going to make or break this relationship. And I feel like Jared is trying to pivot out of being a social media influencer. And I feel like, I'm not saying that influencing is not a real job, but I feel like he wants a real job. And I feel like this is where he and Ashley are going to continue to butt heads, but we will see. I'm just happy that Ashley did not cry any tears this episode. Finally, Liz and Dolo are at Liz's dispensary. I'm not gonna lie, the menopausal gummies took me out. Where can I purchase them? Because them women was in there talking about hot flashes, relationship problems, THC, and re-evaluating life. And honestly, this whole scene was the most peaceful scene of the entire episode. I was here for it. I want to try a gummy. But whoo, episode 8 proved one thing. Joellen and crew are spiraling in all different ways, and we are here for it. I am locked in as always. This has been Side Eye and Sip with Nikki Noir, the plug, the decoder, your hostess with the mostest. And I want to thank my 7 subscribers. Thank you for being a part of this messiness. And until next time, stay side-eye. And I'm going to see you on the next episode.
Plugged in friends, we stay connected, keep it sleep. Juice in the aura, smooth and never weak. We move in whispers, but the street feels the beat. Chilling, go, we grind the night, we speak. Alright, my plugged in crew.